Good morning, my friends. 11th of April, 2018, approximately 10 past 8 in the morning. Today's lesson, part 10, Law of the Land, is going to talk about how the law, L-O-R-E, of the land is going to get into the LAIR, L-A-I-R, of the law, L-A-W, or the den of the law. And when I say den of the law, I'm referring to the United States Congress. Now, yesterday I had an epiphany where I prepared a letter to the Senate Indian Affairs Committee, and that's the only so-called representation of Aboriginal people, indigenous people in America. No such thing happens in Canada, in Aotearoa, New Zealand, New Tirini, Australia, nowhere. Even in other countries like Malaysia, for example, where there is an Orang Asli, meaning the original people, there is no representation in the parliament. So, here's the plan. The first plan was to get as many signatures as possible, electronically, digitally, name, signature, and send it off to the Senate. Well, there was another thing that occurred to me this morning. See, if 10, 20 people in each community could get about 10, 20, maybe 30 names and signatures, mail it off to the Senate Indian Affairs Committee Chairman, John Hoven, 838 Senate Hart Building, Washington, D.C. 20215, something like that. Then they would see a manifestation of a lot of communities coming together and asking for this representation, because I don't mean this boastfully. I can very, very efficiently represent the indigenous people of North America. I'm not looking for salary, not looking for nothing. All I need is to have a voice that can be translated to action in the Senate. Now, what am I talking about? Transforming a voice in the Senate as an action-oriented voice. What's that magic word? Right. Police power. Now, police power just doesn't mean, tasers, lasers, and, guns and truncheons and batons and uniforms and child molester mustache, bald head, dark glasses. No. Police power means the entire gamut of true sovereignty, freedom, liberty, justice, law, L-O-R-E. See, once we have a voice in the Senate, and this appeal is going to everyone in North America, Australasia, which includes Fiji, New Zealand, Aotearoa, New Tirini, Australia, Papua, Vanuatu, Tonga, everywhere. Samoa even. Hawaii, Kingdom of Hawaii. This is what is going to happen with a voice in the Senate. The establishment of police power also includes, all right, make notes, the setting up of our own treasury or central bank, with which we could use native land titles, the root, as a fungible instrument. You see, the shoots is translated into gross domestic product worth billions, with which we can begin and end trade wars. So, police power, the entire gamut. Police power means own treasury, own fungible instruments, our own court system, our own legislature, our own police force, standing army, or Praetorian Guard, or security forces, peacekeepers. I don't give a rip what it is called. Arma in armatos, sumere hura sinunt. All right? Issuance of passports. Tribal travel permits. Forget all the state-issued driver licenses. See, you got to matter you've got to happen. You've got to simply be in the halls of Parliament. Or the law, LORE, of the land goes into the LAIR, LAIR, of the law, LAW, of the land. That's what this is all about. All right, so Vancouver, Canada, get 10, 20 people. Louis Grenier is there. Faisal Ali, you're in Edmonton, Alberta. And there's, who else is in Ontario, Toronto and Quebec, Montreal. So get 10, 20, 30 signatures, send it off to the... You don't have to be a COLB participant. You don't have to be a tribal member. You just got to be a concerned denizen or citizen. Hey, it's our land. You can never take it away. You don't own the land. You belong to the land. That is the Aboriginal way. All right? All over North America, South America. A lot of tribes in Paraguay, Uruguay, Brazil. Let's get going. Joseph Nasca, you are down there in Chile, right? Or Peru, if not mistaken, brother. Get these signatures going. Let's keep on rattling the cage. Let's keep on being a bee in the bonnet to Chairman John Hoeven of the Senate Affairs, Senate Committee on Indian Affairs. And on Mondays, it's called Senate Indian Affairs Committee. On Tuesdays, it's called Senate Senate Committee on Indian Affairs. But hey, what the hell? Indigenous people are not represented in the Congress. That's the issue here. And so, how do we do this? Electronic, digital signatures, name, signature. Don't need phone numbers. You don't need email addresses, mailing addresses, nothing. Yvonne and Jean and a couple of others are starting this signature campaign. I'd like to appeal to all Native American tribes, Canadian First Peoples, the First Peoples of Australia, Paul Norville, Daniel Darren, Paul Velota, if you're listening to this, please get going. Okay, it doesn't matter where you are from. Write into the Senate Indian Affairs Committee. Now, why the American Indian Affairs Committee? Because we monkeys are supposed to be the most potent, most powerful, most aggressive military force in the world. You know what I mean? George Bush, 43, sneezes, Iraq gets a cold. You know what happened. So, let's get, people in Spain, for example, Germany, all those of you who are on the COLB program, join in. People from Georgia, Shota and Vaktang, Ninua, if you're listening to this, get as many people as possible in Australia. It doesn't matter. In Georgia, because we need to tell the most powerful, potent, land-grabbing government in the world that we need representation in the Senate. Because I have been doing this for almost 40 years. I know all about treaty law, and I don't mean that boastfully. And you can as well. We've had about 100 over lessons on this at www.triballaw.tk. That's TRIBALLAW.tk. So let's get this thing going. All right? Now, if you're not up to it, that's okay. But don't provoke my Atma by saying, oh, it's so difficult to, even get my butt off my table, and now he wants us to have, hey, if you can't help, get out. I don't need your help. But don't post negative, stupid comments on FB, Fastbook, fake book, whatever. We don't want to hear your complaints. If you can't help, delete. Go away. All right? This is not for you. All right? There's no point talking about free. Every bloody book I've read. Here's another one. A Rightful Place a raw map, a road map to recognition. You see, it's all about the nation as unfinished business. After more than 2 centuries, can a rightful place be found for Australia's Aboriginal people? Look at that. Look at that. Huh? Look at this. Another damn book on what the problem is. I get so sick and tired, folks, and not once in this book have people like Noel Pearson, Megan Davis, Jackie Huggins, Rod Little, Damien Freeman, Nolan Hunter, Warren Mundine, whatever, Stan Grant, none of them, all these names here, none of them have talked about representation in the Australian Parliament. Now, if you don't have an Australian indigenous person, I don't care if he's in loincloth. Gandhi was in loincloth. Churchill called him a naked fakir, but he liberated India. It doesn't matter if you got your spear and you're wearing a loincloth. For God's sake, know about the krill factor, C-R-I-L-L, the culture, the religion, the language, okay, the indigeneity and the land rights of the Aboriginal people, their religious rights, land rights, cultural rights, identity, C-R-I-L-L, all right, culture, religion, identity, land, language, culture, religion, identity, land, language, C-R-I-L-L. You don't have an Aboriginal person or a Dilak. Dilak is supposed to be a tribal elder in Australia. To have a Makarata. Makarata is Korero, like we say in Aotearoa, a discussion. You don't have an Aboriginal person in the Australian Parliament. How the devil is a Caucasian minister or a member of Parliament going to understand what the problems are? Recently, Prince Charles went to Vanuatu, and they showed a big portrait of Prince Philip, and there's a big club there called Love Prince Philip. Oh, okay, all right, okay. Then Charles and his sidekick, Camilla, I think her name is, they went to the Northern Territories, and a couple of Aboriginal people got together and played the didgeridoo. Wake up, people! Stop playing the didgeridoo and doing the haka for the bloody snake. Avoid them. Hey, I met a man in Aotearoa recently. I didn't know this. But after we took pictures and got some signatures and blah, 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 I was told this man mooned the Queen. And he was arrested. Now, for those of you who don't understand what mooning the Queen means, find out. I'm not supposed to use unparliamentary language in this forum. Because then some idiot will say, oh, what kind of a judge is this? He said the man showed his ass to the Queen. Oops. You made me say it. Neither here nor there. But that's what I'm saying, folks. You play the didgeridoo, and then what? What did you ask him? Huh? I challenged the people in the Northern Territories of Australia. It was in yesterday's media. What did Charles do for you? Or what did he say he could do for you? Except to say he's going to save the environment. And that's another stupid, idiotic, bloody thing I've heard. You are going to take care of the environment? Huh? You, the human being, or the EPA. The environment has been taking care of itself for thousands of years. For those of you who believe in the Big Bang, believe what you like. For those of you who believe in quantum mechanics, believe what you like. For those of you who believe in cosmology, believe what you like. But for those of you who believe in the incorrigible, in the indomitable, in the fantastic work of the grand designer, we are going to take care of nature. Huh? Oh, be careful of plastics. Hey, stupid, where did plastics come from? Huh? They didn't come from Mars or from the moon or got spat out here during the Big Bang when the big explosion. Plastics are from here. Bear with me. If plastics are from here, how could they hurt the atmosphere? Oh, they're throwing it into the ocean. Okay. Catch the fellow who threw it into the ocean and hang him. Publicly execute him. Oh, no, you can't do that, There is the rule of law. Hypocritical crap is what I say it is. Like they're blowing the didgeridoo for Prince Charles. Another idiot running around the planet is going to save the planet. Oh, don't kill too much of sheep. Use their sheared skin. He's doing what Gandhi did. Huh? So, what has this got to do with anything we are talking about? Quit the hypocrisy, people. Don't write books. Don't make movies. Don't have another lecture or a symposium or a seminar on like this idiot, Zuckerberg. Yes, I'm calling Mark Zuckerberg an idiot in this forum. He's going to go and give evidence in the Congress, Not even a court of law. Not even a cause of justice. A court of equity. He's going to go with a battery of lawyers. The moment they ask, where were you born? Oh, that's an irrelevant question. Are you human? Oh, that's prejudicial. Are you an android? Oh, you can't. What about my rights? You idiot. What about the rights of 50 million, 100 million people that you engineered the stealing of and mining of the personal data? You face me, Mark Zuckerberg. I'll ask you the questions with which you're going to hang yourself. All right, come on, face me, Naveen Chandra Naidu. Come, face me. You're going to go face the Congress. Trump. He's going around trumpeting the fact that he's going to fire Sessions, he's going to fire Mueller, he's going to fire the FBI, he's going to fire anyone. They've created a big storm over this Stormy Daniels thing. So the right did that to Clinton, and now the left is doing that to the right, using Stormy Daniels, who is the Republican version of Monica Lewinsky, to kill this fellow's chances. But that's politics. That's not what this is all about. I'm just trying to illustrate to you the stupidity of the politics. Now, God has given us dominion, people. He has not given us an opinion. Dominion matters, not your opinion. Our dominion can only happen if we are represented in the United States Senate. I know the law, LORE, I know the LAW, I know federal Indian law, I know Aboriginal law, I know primitive law, I know jus gentium, the law of nations. I am ready. I need you to send those letters to the Senate. Again, a community, 20, 30 people, send it off. Another community, 10, 20, 30 people, send it off. So now the committee, the Senate Indian Affairs Committee, is receiving hundreds and hundreds of letters. Who is this Silver Cloud Musafir? You know what I mean? Who is this fella? Then we will see some action. We will see police power happening. I mean it, my friends. I mean it. So, do what you have to do. 20, 30 people in each community. It's not difficult, right? If your daughter or your son is getting married, how many people would you invite? 50, 60. So you know 50, 60 people. And those 50, 60 people may know another 5, 6 people. So, do it. The moment I get into the Congress, we can have some action. I don't want any perks. I don't want anything. I don't even want an office. Just want to be left alone. I may string up a teepee. Right? No worries. Get those letters out. Thank you very much. Be blessed. See you in the Senate. Good day.